Okay, so the last class we were started with doing checking with the connective tissues. In that, the first part is fluid connective tissues, that is blood and lymph. Lymph is not explained here, but blood is there. Second one is dense connective tissue. In that, bone, cartilage, tendon, and ligament. So four types of dense connective tissues that we have done. Then now it is loose connective tissues. In that, areolar and adipose tissues, the two more tissues left out, that is loose connective tissues present in the body. Those are alveolar, areolar, and adipose tissues. Earlier part is that clear? Bones, different types of bones, bones, cartilage, tendon, and ligament. Are those points clear?
Ma'am.
Cartilage, tendon, and ligament difference. 2 marks they can ask. Okay. Next is areolar tissues. It is a cushion tissue actually. It is cushioning. It will provide the cushioning to the different organs. It is generally found between the different organs. Areolar connective tissue is found between the skin and muscles, around blood vessels and nerves, and in the bone marrow. It fills the space inside the organs and supports internal organs and helps in repair of tissues. So these are actually the cushioning materials. It's actually adipose and areolar both. The in-between organs, whatever the tissues are there, along with epithelial tissues, there are some connective tissues are present which connects two or more organs together. That is done with the help of areolar tissues. These are loose connective tissues. So they are not very compactly packed and they're not completely fluid. So in between structure is there. They are not just like the blood fluid also, and just like bone, they are not rigid also. So in this one, somewhat in between those two tissues are the loose connective tissues. Those are areolar tissues.
Like jelly.
Yeah, jelly-like structure you can tell. Yes. So here
Ma'am, and
the
they are
structure
very
of
flexible.
areolar tissues. Flexibility is more in these tissues. Flexibility is more. Fluid flexibility we cannot place. We can expect because it is a liquid. Flexibility is not there. Bones are completely rigid, can't provide the flexibility, but the tendons and ligaments they are somewhat flexible. Then it is flexibility is more due to presence of here actually white and yellow fibers are present. So this is a matrix in which the cells are embedded. The different cells are embedded in the matrix. So out of that there are some thin fiber like structures you can see. This is collagen fiber, fibroblast, reticular fibers are there. So these are actually, we in simple words we call it as yellow fibers and white fibers. So whichever consists of yellow fibers are generally elastic fibers. Those are elastic fibers. So those provide more elasticity to the cells. Tissues more elastic that becomes due to presence of more yellow fibers are present. Due to presence of yellow fibers. So areolar are flexible tissues. They are
What is yellow fiber?
yellow. This flexibility, providing flexibility. The fibers,
Yellow flower.
collagen
Its
fiber.
color.
Yeah, it somewhat looks like yellow. Okay. So yellow and white. Yellow fibers more in number. That means that tissue will be more flexible tissue. White fibers, presence of less yellow and more white makes it rigid structure. So those are areolar, have those elastic tissues more in number. So these are present. Their internal space of the organs is filled up by these areolar fibers, areolar tissues actually. They are present between the skin and muscle. There is a space. That space is filled by areolar tissues. Again, around the blood vessels also some supportive tissue is needed. That will be again the areolar tissues. Nerves and the bone marrows. Bone marrow is a part of the bone. Inside the bone, there is a bone, different parts of the bones are there. Outside is a hard, inside that is a spongy. So inside that bone marrow is present. all bones are not consist of the bone marrow, but some of the bones consist of these bone marrows. Actually, these are the parts of the bone which produces different blood cells. It fills the space inside the organ. Inside the organ, the space is filled by these tissues, as well as it supports internal organs. The supporting the inter that means it is providing flexibility and supporting them. Protective function is performed by these areolar tissues. Then adipose tissues, actually fat tissues. Adipose, that is a fat tissues. These consist of more flat globules are present. It has more globules. So here less number of fibers are present and the more space is occupied by these adipose tissue cells. That is actually fat droplets are more in number. So these store fat, and due to presence of these fat in the tissues works as insulatory material. Insulation, just like we provide insulation in our house, so that is it should not become, the air movement will not take place. So in winter the room, house will remain warm, and in summer it will remain cool. So that is insulators we are connecting inside our house. The same as our body also has insulator in maintaining the temperature of the body. In summer season, it should remain cooler, and in winter season, it should remain warm. That happens due to the presence of this fat tissues, adipose tissues. These are present just below the skin. Fat storing adipose tissues, fat storing tissues is found just below the skin, between the and also between the internal organs. The cells of these tissues are filled with fat globules. Storage of fat also lets it act as an insulator. Okay, because presence of fat will not allow the heat from the body to escape out, or from outside temperature cool down. So inner temperature won't cool down by losing heat energy. Okay, so that is present due to the presence of these adipose tissues just below the skin and as well as near the or internal organs. The cushioning material for internal organs is the adipose tissues. Yes, Vedant?
Ma'am,
Yeah.
ma'am, it is written that adipose tissues price insulation means, but means the people have obesity, they will feel less cold.
They have more number of adipose tissues.
So they will feel less cold.
Yeah.
Okay.
The temperature is more because the more insulation is done. So, you write down this part. This table, draw this table. This much completed? Yes. Yes, Chandana.
Ma'am, can you scroll it a bit up so that I take a photo because I could not copy? Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Oh, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, can you show bones?
Why still bones you're doing?
Yes, ma'am.
So slow. Bones is the second part only.
Yeah, the last bones form framework that I'm reading.
Faster.
I'm done, ma'am. Ma'am, ma'am, tendons. Ma'am, tendons, then you can scroll.
That much only. Done.
Done, ma'am.
So one thing, let me know. Google Meet. It's your classes are going on in Google Meet, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
So,
ma'am.
so every class is the same ID or it is different IDs?
No, ma'am.
Same,
They'll
ma'am.
send for each subject one link. They'll send. If you press the link, we'll go directly to the meeting.
Same link. Link they are sending every day.
Yes, ma'am. For each subject, different links. But same
Ma'am,
link for every day, ma'am.
Every day the link is
ma'am,
same.
for
Yes,
9C, it's same, ma'am.
It's same every day. The link is same.
And for one subject it is same.
Yes, ma'am. Every day one
Or,
subject.
yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, they told till 15th August will be.
15th August, the same way it will go on. The timetable will remain same or will change?
Ma'am, they changed from Monday only, ma'am. This Monday again
This
they
Monday
changed.
they have changed, will remain the same?
Yes, ma'am.
Mom still, mom said that there will be some changes maybe in this July.
Next week might be changed again. They are doing experiment. Okay, done. Have you finished? Do faster. Deepika.
Done, ma'am.
All connective tissues. The next part is muscular tissues, muscle tissues, muscle cells. Now there are three types of muscle cells are present. This is one. Everyone completed? कैपिटल लेटर को 3 से ज्यादा बार में नहीं करना, फिर बंद हो जाएगा। 3 से ज्यादा नहीं करना। ब्लॉक। Done, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, your mic is off.
Sorry. Okay. Next, we have to see the muscular tissues. Muscle tissues consist of elongated cell. The long rod-like shape structures are there. Cells are there. Also, they are called as muscle fibers because their fibrous structure is more are there. Elongated fibrous shaped structures are there. This tissue is responsible for movement in our body. Muscle contains special proteins called contractile protein. This contracts and relaxes to cause movement. Myosin and actin fibers are present in that. Contractile protein is available. So due to that contractions and the relaxation of that protein, the secretion of a particular protein will cause sometimes contraction, and another protein is secreted which causes relaxation. So according to that, the movement of muscles is keep on going on. So there are three types of muscular tissues are there. So you can see the three structures. First one is striated muscles or voluntary muscles. Second one is unstriated and smooth muscles or involuntary muscles. Striated, voluntary muscles, unstriated or smooth muscles or involuntary muscles. The three names it has. And third one is cardiac muscles. These are the cardiac muscles. So now difference. You have to remember the difference wise, and this diagrams also you have to remember. The question is asked for 3 marks. Draw a diagram of 3 types of muscle tissues and differentiate according to its location, structure and function. So we can move some muscles by conscious will. That means it is in our control. You want to write, you will start writing. You want to sleep, you are sleeping. You want to walk, you are walking. You want to run, at that time you are running. So that means your hand muscles and leg muscles are under your control. If you don't want to move, you are not moving. If you want to sit, you are sitting. You want to stand, you are standing. So that means that muscles are in your control. So those controlling muscles are called as voluntary muscles. Voluntary actions. Voluntary, that is the muscles which are in our control. That means according to our will, we can move them. So the actions which are under our control, willpower, we can change the movements. So those we call as, those actions are called as voluntary actions. And the muscle fibers, some of the muscles are under our control. According to our will, we can move them. So those are called as voluntary muscles, and this voluntary muscles is functioned performed by striated muscles. So striated muscles' main function is the voluntary actions, that is the actions, the movement of legs and hand muscles which are under control of our will. We can move some muscles by conscious will. Muscles present in our limbs move when we want them to and stop when we so decide. Such muscles are called voluntary muscles. These muscles are called as skeletal muscles. Skeletal, striated, or voluntary muscles. Skeletal muscles, as they are mostly attached to bones and help in body movement. So the striated muscles or skeletal muscles are connected to the bones, and according to our will, they move. The movement is under our control. Under the microscope, these muscles show alternate light and dark bands. That is called as striations. You can see this is dark and light bands that are called as striations, or light and dark bands or striations when stained appropriately. So when we stain them, that means some color has been, the staining colors are there. When we add on them, you can easily see those striations. As a result, they are also called striated muscles. The cells of these tissues are long, cylindrical, unbranched, and multinucleated. That means there are many nuclei. So it is not here you can see the one bundle. Actually, inside that bundle there are many cells, fibrous cells are present. So here you can see the nucleus. There are multiple nuclei are present, having many nuclei. These cells are long. They're containing on the one together. All together, they have consisting together, mixed together. These are long. They are cylindrical in shape. Unbranched. Branching is not there. A single cell has been connected one end to other end. Branching is not seen, and they are multinucleated. There are many nuclei are present in one fiber. The movement of this is all about the striated muscles they have given. Now the smooth muscles. The movement of food in the alimentary canal or the contraction and relaxation of blood vessels. Movement of blood, is it in our control? Beating of the heart, this lungs, movement of the lungs is in our control.
No, ma'am.
This one, food moves inside, and that is from where there's esophagus to stomach to small intestine to large intestine. It is going further by itself. Is it in our way, our will? We want to stop the food in the stomach. Are we able to stop that?
No.
No.
No, ma'am.
So that means that lining is not our control. That movement is not in our control. So those actions which are performed by the body without our control, our control is not necessary. Without our will, the continuous movement is going on. Blinking of eyes, do we control it? For a certain duration we can, but continuously can we control?
No.
No.
No. So that means these actions are called as involuntary actions. Are you able to understand voluntary and involuntary? Are you
Yes,
able to
ma'am.
understand the difference between voluntary and involuntary actions?
Yes, ma'am.
Voluntarily, that means which movements are in our control. You want to run, that is in your will. After moving, you want to stop somewhere. Are you able to stop or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Now another case is when we have ate, we want the food should remain in the stomach. It should not go down. Can we do that? No.
No.
We can't do that one. So that means that movement of the food through the alimentary canal, movement of oxygen in our body, movement of blood through the blood vessels, these are not in our control. So these actions are called as involuntary actions. They are not under our control. So those are involuntary actions. So involuntary actions are performed by another type of muscular tissues called as smooth muscles or unstriated muscles. The movement of food in the alimentary canal or the contraction and relaxation of a food vessels are involuntary movements. We cannot really start them or stop them simply by waiting to do so. Smooth muscles, or also that's the reason we call it as involuntary muscles, control such movements. They are also found in the iris of the eye. That means the size of pupil. You have learned last year. Pupil, this inside the iris, there is a pupil is present. So that movement of the pupil size, it decreases or increases. That is also not in our control. In a bright light, the size decrease. In the dim light, the size will increase. So that movement is also not in our control. So that is controlled by smooth muscles. That is involuntary muscles. They are also found in the iris of the eyes, in uterus, and in the bronchi of the lungs. The cells are long with pointed ends. Now this is the where locations. Now what is a function structure? These are pointed ends. You only see this structure. This one. This is a one cell. So this to this is the one cell. So these are the pointed ends. Inside that you will see only one nucleus. So that means they are uninucleated. So here these cells are long, pointed ends, that is spindle shaped, uninucleated, that is having a single nucleus. They are also called unstriated because they do not have striations on them. Just like here dark and light bands are there. So like that the striations are not seen in these muscles. Therefore these are also called unstriated muscles.
Ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, in this striated muscles,
Hmm.
here we are not able to make out one cell.
That's the reason it's called tissue. It is inside that. You can see here it is. There, this one. Small, you can see. Just a second.
Yeah.
So those long one single cells.
Oh.
Show you the picture. Many single cells combine together to form that one full structure.
Yeah, because in the smooth cell you are able to identify.
There it is inside. They are packed like structure. After that, they are completely packed structure.
Yeah. Okay.
1 second. Those are fiber-like structures, the long, elongated, one single fiber-shaped structure it is actually. Are you able to see this is a microscopic structure? Here, right-hand corner.
Yes, ma'am.
So these are, you can see, this is the structure. This is so striated muscles, right? So here, you're not able to see that much clearly, but here you can see the striations, dark and light, black and light striations, you can see the
Yeah.
lines. So that is one. Inside that, many cells have been packed together.
Okay.
So here you
So
can see.
this is one tissue.
This is one tissue. So you can see here the one they have taken out. Here this is one single. This is the striated muscles. It looks like inside like this. Inside that many packed structures are there. Many of them combined together. Out of that one you take it out. From that one taken out is this. So inside that again there is a one single taken out. It looks like this.
Okay.
So this is the actual outside what we see. Inside that one full bundle. This is a muscle bundle. Inside that fascicles are present. So that means one single what you have taken. Inside that, if you see the structure like this. There again the small cell bundles are there. Now inside that one, if you take it out, this is a single one taken out. It looks like this. And you take out again
I
single of that, it
yeah.
is like this is the structure.
So that is one cell.
Yeah, myofibril is this. It is a one muscle cell. Now this is inside that muscle cell, there is a one protein is present that is called as myofibril. Inside the myofibril, the different types of proteins are present. Actin and myosin proteins are secreted by it. So this is a one type of a protein. Another type of protein is this. Actin is a contract and myosin relax. So this is the structure. It's clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So that is this one, unstriated muscles, smooth muscles, involuntary muscles. Then cardiac muscles. Name itself cardiac. Cardiac word is used for heart muscles, hearts. So these are heart on those the muscles which are helps in movement of the heart. These are called as this what we call as cardiac muscles. These are called as cardiac muscles. So these are branch structures. Cardiac muscles structures, it's somewhat similar to that of striated muscles, and some structure is similar to that of this one, unstriated muscles. So it has a mixture of both striated and unstriated muscles. They have seen striations which are similar to striated muscles, but these are uninucleated. There is a single nucleus which is present, which is similar to that of smooth muscle structure. But these are different structures, they are branched. Any one of these are not branched, but the cardiac muscles is branched structure. So these helps in a continuous relaxation and contraction of heart muscles. The muscles of the heart shows rhythmic contraction and relaxation throughout the life. these involuntary, and these are also involuntary because heart's function is also not in our will. So these are involuntary muscles called as cardiac muscles. They are look like muscle cells are heart muscle cells are cylindrical. They are cylindrical in shape. They are branching. You can see they are connected one after the other, and uninucleated. The single nucleus in each cell they have. So that is the structure of cardiac muscles they are told. It's clear. So better you can write it down this part so you can understand. I think the sir has given you 3 parts now. Difference. Sir has given the differences.
No, ma'am, he has given only the notes, not the references.
Differences. No?
Ma'am, means one after the other he has given like striated, unstriated, like that.
This is always how. This is 3 mark question. You have to learn this. So write it down.
Ma'am,
Hmm?
ma'am, can I just join with another device?
Okay.
Okay.
Ma'am, did you start the class?
No, maths is still not started.
Okay.
Completed?
Done, ma'am.
Done, ma'am.
Last question. Sir. Completed.
Yes, ma'am.
And this is all about muscle tissues. Clear? This question is always asked for 3 marks along with diagram. Sometimes only diagram is asked for 3 marks, and sometimes this difference along with diagram is asked for 3 marks. Clear? Okay. And the last tissue is nervous tissue. Neurons also we call it as. So this is the neuron structure. You can see the branch structures are called as dendrites. This branching are called as dendrites. They are deep rooted, just like a roots. They are spread all over the body. So that means they are present. This is the information. The main function of this nervous tissue, they are connected to the central nervous system, that is brain and spinal cord. So all the sensory organs, information travels towards the brain with the help of this nervous tissues, as well as brain and spinal cord. Whatever the information, they pass it to muscles or different parts of the body. So that is we do perform. Our body performs particular action. So that information from the brain to and the spinal cord towards each and every part of the body has been transmitted through this nervous tissues. So this nervous tissue has 3 parts. One, this is called, these branch structures are called as dendrites. Middle part is called as cell body. That means it is actual cell. This is extensions. And here is a one thread-like structure called as axon. So end of the axon, there is again the axon endings are present. So this is a one nerve cell. Like this, there are many cells have been connected together, but they are not physically in contact. There is a gap is present between every cell. So here, these parts of the cell receive the information, convert them into electrical signals, and that electrical signal message has been passed from dendrites to cell body to axon, axon to axon endings, and from axon ending to dendrite of the next cell. Like this way, the information travels through neuron, nerve cell, nerve tissue, we call it as. Okay, this is the diagram. What is given in your textbook? I think it is not given much more. In the textbook, what is given? Nerve tissue. All cells possess the ability to respond to stimuli. However, cells of the nervous tissues are highly specialized for being stimulated and then transmitting the stimulus. Stimulus, that means any changes in the external body, is called as stimulus. The brain, spinal cord, and nerves are all composed of nervous tissues, nervous system actually. The cells of this tissue are called nerve cells or neurons. A neuron consists of cell body with a nucleus and the cytoplasm, from which long, thin, hair-like part arise. Usually, each neuron has single long part, that is axon, called as axon, and many short branched parts, that is axon endings or nerve endings. Branch parts called as dendrites. So this part is called dendrite end, and this side it is the axon end. An individual nerve cell may be up to a meter long. As 1 meter long also a single nerve cell is present. Many nerve fibers bound together by connective tissues make up a nerve. The signal that passes along the nerve fiber is called nerve impulse. Nerve impulses allow us to move our muscle when we want to. The functional combination of nerve and muscle tissues is a fundamental to most animals. So that means that is a main function. So according to the brain and spinal cord's instructions, the muscles has been moved. That movement is transferred. That information is transferred to and from brain and spinal cord is done with the help of these neurons. This combination enables animals to move rapidly in response to stimuli. Stimulus, singular, stimuli, plural. Clear? That is the end of chapter. So these exercise questions you have to finish. 11 questions are there. You have to finish these questions.
Ma'am, this is the homework.
Yeah, this is the homework.
Okay.
More questions I will pass.